Alright, this is day 3 of practice, I guess. So I got one more day of practice. Today has been, every day's been better. Every day has gotten better. Yesterday was by far my best day. And the interesting thing about it is I've got 2 things going. Just like 2, and they're both equally as good. I think they both equally catch big ones. I think one's catching big ones better than the other, but it scares me more. Not that I think that they're gonna go away. It's just really hard to explain why I feel that way. The thing is like, one way I know of, and I know how to catch them, and like even today, I actually saw one about 4 or 5. And then actually I saw a couple. And then I've got another thing going, and it's probably a more standard deal, but it seems, here's the only way I can explain it. It seems like while I'm doing it, I catch these random fish, and those are my big ones. And that's the part that scares me, because they seem very random, and I don't know what to do about it. So these are one of those deals where I'm just gonna keep doing it and keep figuring it out, and maybe it makes, not that it doesn't make sense, it's just, I just think that's what's going on. I think it's very random, and that's part of the problem. So here's what I really wanted to discuss with y'all. So the other day, like, I get these comments on YouTube, and some of them I don't really know what to make of them. Like, they're just, I don't, they're helpful maybe, or maybe they're trying to be helpful or stuff, but it's just, they're just different comments. And some of them might range from, hey, do this or do that, or like, hey, you know, one of them was like, hey, I throw underneath the fish. Something about I throw underneath the fish, that's where the bigger ones are. Well, look, I rarely give advice to people on different lakes. And the reason I don't do that is like, I don't know what's going on. I'm very quick not to give advice even on this lake, because I think certain sections of the lake are different. And so, you know, when guys do that, I was like, hey, you know, I can, so live scope, like that one comment, I can see underneath them. There are no other big ones. Like that's what's there. And so it might have worked, but for you in the past or whatever, but like, man, every lake is so different. And that's why I always try to give y'all an idea, more or less, of what's going on, what I think about things, and I'm going to be able to go into more depth about this one. What's interesting about this lake is, and now everything's going to be divided into 2 things, like what I can visually see, and what I can, it should be 3 things. What I can visually see, what I can see on my map, and what I can see on live scope. Those are the 3 things now that I'm basically using at my disposal. Rarely is my sonar or side imaging or down imaging, rarely am I looking at that. Now, what I'll say about this lake, the Lake of the Ozarks, I love coming to rock lakes. I find them interesting. I like to fish rock, and we have mainly grass, so I understand the grass really well back home. But the rock lakes are always cool because you can visually see it. I think that will go away as time goes on for some of these young kids in live scope. They don't spend a lot of time looking at the shoreline. Okay, it's not a knock, but I mean, I've seen it myself. If I'm live scoping, you start not looking up and seeing what's around you. Now, what's interesting about Lake of the Ozarks, this is what I want to say. Rock lakes, you know, everyone talks about, like, and I'll have all these like comments about bluff walls and transitions, and You know, you got pea gravel and baseball size rock, basketball size rock, chunk rock, big rock, slate rock. We got it all, right? What's interesting about Lake of the Ozarks is this. It's very deceiving. It's one of the most deceiving rock lakes I've ever seen, and here's why. It's easy to see the big giant rock, right? The reason you can see it really well is usually they don't mess with it. What I mean by mess with it is this lake's, if you notice even around me, it might look, right? It might look like it might look like it's natural, but it's really not, because they put seawalls and bulkheads and things all up and down it. I think most of this rock, either they pushed it up there or whatever, because whatever it looks like there, rarely does it look like a lot of these places, rarely what you see on top of the water, a lot of times doesn't match what's below the water. And so this lake is very interesting to me because of that. Now, the good and the bad about that. What's really cool is it hides things from people, right? So if you kind of get on a pattern and you see something, you can hide from it. Like it's going to be hard for guys to duplicate it. When you're going down other lakes that are just all rock, right, with no boat docks and it hasn't been developed, you know, what'll happen is you can see transitions like crazy. It's easy, and then everyone's fishing, or they're all fishing pea gravel, or all fishing baseball size rock. This place is different like that. So what's hard is a lot of times you have to go check, like I have to go to that bank and actually see what it looks like. Now this lake's big and long, and it's not exactly easy, and boat docks are always in your way. But that's what I'm trying to do. I've narrowed down and figured out a little bit, not great, but a little bit of a pattern of running this rock. And it's not the rock I've always, actually it's a rock I've never fished before, or I've fished it, I've never caught fish here before. So it's different for me. So since I've never looked for it, right, I don't really remember where a lot of it is. So right now, I've been kind of doing that. I can kind of sometimes call my shot or get pretty close. I can tell you a lot of times I've gone up somewhere and made one cast and got big. Now, the problem is, are they big? I mean, they're not. This time of the year, you might catch a 2-pounder and a 5-pounder, right? Same cast. I mean, I actually did that earlier today. That was on something totally different. I just pulled up somewhere and there's only one spot on the lake like it. And I caught a spot. And I was like, heck yeah, man. And it was a big spot. And I was like, man, if I ever need a big spot or something, and it looked like there was a bunch of them, I'll just pull up here. And I made another cast and tried to shake it off, and it was a 5-pounder. Not a spot, but I was like, whoa, I don't even understand that part. But yeah, I'm probably gonna call it quits a little bit early. I've noticed that the afternoon bite gets way worse after like 5, and I gotta do some stuff. I've been getting out here super early, and I don't know, I might go hit, I might fish for another 30 or 40 minutes. But yeah, this rock stuff, it's very, and maybe we'll go into it. I'll probably do, after the tournament, kind of go into this rock and what to look for and how it transitions, and I'm not really caring about the transition, but like kind of what I figured out what they're relating to. It's not as, I've been to some places where when you do that, you can like call your shot. This isn't when you call your shots, like I said, because it's disguised by seawalls and rock that's been pushed up and rock that's been imported in, or it's very difficult sometimes to figure it out. I will say that. And then the boat docks get in your way, and so yeah, you got a lot of different things that you got to battle. But like I said, it's pretty cool because, you know, I think a lot of guys just get worked up on looking at boat docks and different things like that. But you can fish the bank here. And when I say the bank, you can use the bank to your advantage, right? And I think that's what I'm trying to do right now. But yeah, it's pretty good old, what is today, Tuesday? Been some boats out here, but it hadn't been bad. I didn't get to talk about yesterday, man. I got on a roll and had a big bag yesterday. It was the first time I've had that big bag. Problem was, once again, doing two different things. And I don't know which one's better. And even if I did, I don't know. I still don't think I'd do one over the other. I think I'm gonna have to do both. And I don't know how to judge it, to be honest with you. I don't know what I should start doing. I don't know if I should do one in the morning or the afternoon. I don't know any of that. Actually, I think I know I should be doing something early in the, like till 11. Problem is, I kind of think it's the best bike for the other thing too. That's the problem. So I'm trying to figure all that out. But it's been fun. Like I said, this is what I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I was like, Lake of the Ozarks. I've been up here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What time I get? It might be 7 days now. I'm gonna be here another 3, possibly 4. So I'm gonna be here at least 10 days. I learn so much every single day. It's insane. That's what's really cool about this lake. I can go to different places on the lake, fish differently. Like I'm fishing totally different. From 2 foot to 40 foot, doesn't matter. And you can like learn different parts of the lake, learn boat docks, learn points, learn sections of marine. I mean, you name it. And that's what's really cool. Like last night, I got off the water last night at 7, so I was on the water at 6:30, 6:45. So I was out there 12 and a half hours. I wasn't even ready to come in. I'm not ready to come in now. Like it's awesome. And the bad part is I'm not even like setting the hook on them. I set the hook on a couple just because I couldn't shake them off. But I mean, well, what I was doing couldn't shake them off. Yeah, man. I mean, this would be a blast if I was actually getting to like hook them all and stay on fish and do some things. I can tell you another thing too. My thumb is starting to hurt. Like it is so raw from casting. I have to figure something out. All right, I'm gonna go see, check out some more things. Yeah, why not? Let's go check out a couple more things before we head on in. All right. The next one gonna be the recap. I don't know. The next one might be the recap day 1 or what goes on. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow too. Who knows? All right. See y'all. So on a side note, if y'all never seen Lake of the Ozarks, I'm sure there's a ton of people that haven't. These are the kind of houses on Lake of the Ozarks. Now, I guess y'all can't see way over there. I bring this up because my wife's grandparents are from and used to live on Lake of the Ozarks. But she used to only go up there when she was little. And they live way, way, way on up the river. And so what she was used to, she asked me, she was like, what do you mean there's big houses there and big boats? I'm like, it's insane. And she was like, and I forget, right, but that's what she was used to, was way up, and it doesn't look the same. It's this, because this is insane down here. But I wanted to show you this house. This house, I've never really noticed this house. And anyone that's from Lake of the Ozarks is gonna know, but it's built into this like rock. And it's crazy, like I've never noticed it because it blends in so well. But they built it on the side of this, they didn't build it on top of the rock, they built it like into the rock. It's really cool, man. Like I said, I don't even know how they got, what they got up there, like a garden? I mean, you got trees and stuff growing on the freaking ceiling up there and bushes. Like insane. I don't know, really cool house. Like I said, I've never gotten this close to it, and so I've never paid attention to it. But for my wife's sake, I'll make her watch the video too. This is like one of the few places where there's not a lot of houses. I don't know if y'all can see over there. That's just solid houses. I mean, yeah, this place is wild. Maybe she can see all that.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through.
That, my friends, is a wrap for day 3. Forget some. Guys, that's a wrap for day 3. Now we're one more day to kind of hopefully maybe dial it all in. That's what I'm hoping for at least.
I just gotta get through, cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.